Let's see what Neon's got for us. Gold for max HP plus 12 is pretty nice. That's a pretty cheap mango you got there. 100 gold. Random common relic is always pretty good. Let's see if we're forced into a shop before we give up all our money. It doesn't look like we are. It also doesn't look like we can get 3 elites though. Looks like 2 elites is the max here, without taking the Mega Elite. Also, the paths leading up to the Mega Elite are like super hard. 4 fights or 3 fights in a shop. Okay, so I think we're doing this left route and taking 2 elites. Oh, we can get 3 elites if we dodge the Mega Elite here. We can get 4 elites with the Mega, but that's not happening. So if we went, we could go 3 fights, a shop, and a fire before the first elite. And then fight 3 elites in a row with no fires. I don't know if that's happening. Yeah, I think we want to do this left path with the extra fires. I don't think even Watcher starting off against a Mega Elite is rough, and then fighting 3 more elites with no fires. I don't think you're surviving that, unless your run is crazy, which is always possible. I think we want that max HP. Max HP is really good. Cheapest mango of my life. We're probably just going to block out with Survivor Defend, and then strike the Spike Slam a little bit. Take 1. One health is cheap. We just bought 12 from Niao. Ow, this turn hurts. What the hell? Alright, well there goes the Niao health. It's all gone now. Slime, not quite as good for this Watcher deck as it was for the Ironclad deck. Let's see what's in that floor 1 card reward, shall we? Skewer, ooh. That's pretty spicy. Sucker Punch is nice against Gremlin Up because it blocks a little bit. But that Skewer, I think, is probably going to be the pick. 10 times X is quite a bit. Early Golden Idol. We do have a fire later. We could go to the shop immediately to get rid of the curse. Oh wait, we don't have enough money for that. We spent all our money. Give it to Neo. We do have more health than normal though, so we could take the damage. It's so much damage though. It's like 24 damage. Floor 2 is really early though. And 25% more gold is so much. Alright, we're going to do it. I think we'll probably take the curse, though. We could just lose 7 max HP. Lose some of that Neo buffer. Yeah, 27 is way too much. I guess it's a fraction of your max health, because I've definitely seen 24 here. Yeah, 7 max HP doesn't cost us any... Like, we still get... So we're kind of... Instead of getting 12 max HP from Neo, we got... 5 and a golden idol, which is like really good. Although paying 100 gold for a golden idol is like a little bit weird, right? Because it's like, how much do you really get? It takes a while for that to pay off. But yeah, I think the max HP is probably correct. The curse is bad. Alright, we can mostly block out. I guess we can just completely block out and try to take 0 in the fight. It's a little bit ambitious, though. Neither one's weakening us, so if we draw 2 strikes next turn, we can kill the back one if we target him now. Which I like. So I'll take 2 to develop that plan. Or we could just skewer the front guy, Survivor skewer the front. Yeah, the front one's buffing, so he's more dangerous. Here's our second chance at Sucker Punch. Alternately, we grab Flying Knee. Flying Knee works with Skewer, so I'm pretty inclined to take that. Weak is nice, but we already have Neutralize. We might be getting a Neutralize upgrade before the first fight, too. Actually, no, if we get an upgrade, we're definitely putting on Skewer. But I think Flying Knee is still quite nice. Flying Knee and Skewer in the same hand. Flying Knee does more damage than Skewer, but Skewer does more damage than Strike. Sneggo, my favorite. It's kind of interesting how Eviscerate is a little bit the same as Skewer. It's like a Skewer that does less damage and you can only use for 3. But then you have a weird way that you can pay for it. So if we end up doing like a bunch of strength scaling to work with Skewer, then Eviscerate ends up benefiting from that as well, but I'm pretty sure we're not taking any of these. It's a little too early for Acrobatics. We don't have the support for it. And Distraction's kind of a bad card, especially since we could be fighting Gremlin Knob here. We can trade more health for more gold. We're only losing 41, and we're not going to a shop anytime soon. So I think we'll just trust Golden Idol to give us the gold back. And save the max HP. This basically buys us an upgrade. If we lose the 11 health, we'd probably have to rest, either at this fire or this one. So we definitely get an upgrade here, and it definitely goes to Skewer. Alright, it is Gremlin Nub. Ooh, very nice draw. Get rid of all these defends, spend all my energy on strikes. I love it. Neutralize is a little bit early, but that's okay. We can use Snecko Oil to draw Skewer again, but it's not lethal right now. So if we Flying Knee double defend, we are guaranteed to get Skewer next turn, because if we don't get it, we can Snecko Oil for it. And it hits for 40. So let's try and preserve some health. Hey, we drew it naturally. Ninja Scroll. Okay. Ninja Scroll. So Ninja Scroll plus Skewer means we want like Kunai or Shuriken, although when don't you want Kunai or Shuriken? Those are just good relics. Maybe we grab a Piercing Whale. The Gremlin Knob fight is over, so Piercing Whale reigns supreme as one of the best silent cards. We're also versus Hexaghost, so Piercing Whale can realistically save us 36 health in this act in one fight, which is pretty insane. We don't have any poison yet for Bane. We will eventually find some. Bane also sort of plays into the multi-attack thing a little bit. And Quick Slash is bad, so I think we grab Piercing Whale. I think we have enough health here for another upgrade. At the very least, we can upgrade before we see what this is. And then if this is really weak, maybe we rest here. And that upgrade goes to Neutralize, I think. This increases the uptime on weakening Hexaghost, which is really important. Darkstone Periapt. We could just pass it. Excuse me. We already have some max HP. And if we find Voodoo Doll, that's really good with Ninja Scroll and what's it called? Skewer. Yeah, it is one of the worst relics. So very tempting to just pass on it for Sapphire Key, but I mean, max HP is nice. Like if you get 2 curses over the course of the run, then this is a mango, right? And this would be our second mango of the run. Generally, you don't want to get 2 curses over the course of the run. That would be sort of a high number. But I still think it's better than Sapphire Key, especially since Silent can struggle to survive Act 1 and 2. Max HP is really nice. It also just heals you for 6, so like you could end up in a situation where it's like you're at the like whispering. Oh wait, I guess the whispering voices never gives you a curse, huh? At like some event that gives you a curse, and you're like, I guess I'll take a curse to heal. So we'll grab it. Obviously not happy about it, but you don't have to be happy about everything that happens to you. That was super weak, and I said if I got it week 1, I should probably rest. So I think we're probably resting here. Going through a fight and then an elite seems challenging, especially since that elite can... I guess he can't be Gremlin Knob. I thought for some reason that I'd fought an elite since Gremlin Knob, but I've only fought 1 elite, so I guess it can't be Gremlin Knob. So that's nice. Also, we used all the good upgrades. The next upgrade is like Piercing Whale, which is kind of unnecessary for Act 1. So we'll just rest. We could dodge the elite, but I would rather not. Oh god. Piercing Whale is great here. I don't think Flying Knee is plus 4 damage. I think it's plus 3. Yeah. Plus 4 would be a little bit above rate for a damage common. So we can Flying Knee Shiv one of the Spike Slimes to death. And then we can develop Neutralize on another one. We can also double Shiv Strike one to death. So we'll double Shiv Strike the 14 health one, and then we'll neutralize the 13 health one. So he's still weak for next turn. The Spike Slimes are generally a priority because they hit harder. Although if you can kill all the Acid Slimes before they do damage, that's nice too. We have 4 energy, so we can triple strike to kill him and then Survivor block out. We can skewer for 14 and still develop Flying Knee on one of them. We had the right tools for that fight. Piercing Whale on turn 1, you almost never get out of that fight with 0 damage. That's crazy. That's super lucky. Sucker Punch is really good for Hexaghost, but we already have upgraded Neutralize, so maybe we don't need that. What is this Dex plan? This is such a weird assortment of relics. There's no synergy at all. Yeah, all out attack is good. All attack's probably just the best option. It just like we don't have any AoE right now, so I think we should just take all out attack. Normally I like taking Fan of Knives over all out attack, but Fan of Knives is not in that card reward screen. I guess we're waking him up now, because the shivs don't retain or anything, so we kind of have to go. I would like to all-out attack and then also skewer. Oh wait, I guess they do the same amount of damage per energy, so I'll just skewer for 1 million. Pretty decent wake up. We'll go in Survivor. I think I'll pass on Piercing Whale. Piercing Whale is nice because it doesn't scale down with Dex, so it keeps blocking for 6 even after you've been weakened. So I'll save it for that. Definitely gonna Piercing Knee. How many turns are we hoping this fight goes? So I think we want to finish him off with a 30 damage skewer probably. We also have a 4 damage from neutralize, so 34 is kind of our magic number. He's currently 21 health above that, which sounds like 4 strikes to me. And that's 4 strikes, assuming that we manage to get those all in before we get weak, and it's very unlikely that we're going to get that. So I think I will defend once here, but then we're trying to fit in as many strikes as we can. Yuck. Okay, so I think we're going to Flying Knee and then Snecko Oil here. Well, that turned out poorly. We're definitely striking. I don't think... I guess... Yeah, 8 times 3 is not enough. Oh, it's 8 times 4 because of the thing. That's nice. Bottled Flame. It takes like all of my restraint to not click the relic as soon as I see it when it's a bottle. And be like, I have to think about this before I pick it. Same with like Whetstone. We do have Finisher, and we can bottle it too. So we could guarantee ourselves a minimum 18 damage Finisher on turn 1, every fight for the rest of the game. Which seems pretty reasonable. Normally I'm not a big fan of Finisher, but... plus we have Ring of the Snake, so we're likely to get like Neutralize or another strike in there or something. Yeah, I think we have to do it. We can also get an upgrade on that, and then it's that's a lot of damage. Also, we can get like Backstab. Uh-oh. Time to spin the wheel. Heal me. Oh, he healed me! Wow. Nice. Thanks, Tuxedo Gremlin. Now that we're at full health, we definitely want to take the fight. The marginal value of health going into a Hexaghost fight is pretty low when it's this much health. I'm not going to say that I want to take damage, but this is a lot of health. Yeah, wow, this is a lot of damage. Do we break him this turn? So we're playing Neutralize, Flying Knee, Strike, Triple Shiv, Finisher is the max damage, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 36 damage from the Finisher alone. I don't think we kill him. It says 36 plus 12 is 48, plus another 4 is 52, 60, 66. It's a pretty good split though. I don't mind it. Interrupted. Cool. Alright, I guess we failed at our little side quest to take damage. Hexaghost is going to hit so hard on turn 2. This is going to hurt. We're definitely taking an upgrade on Finisher next turn. I guess if we take Cloak and Dagger and then we draw Cloak and Dagger in the opening hand, we get extra Finisher damage. Is that something worth thinking about? Dagger sprays AoE. We do have all-out attack, so we're not desperate for AoE. Plus we're against Hexaghost. Yeah, Piercing Wail turn 2 would be really nice. Hint, hint, Slay the Spire. I guess we could take Predator. Predator maximizes our chances of drawing Piercing Wail turn 2 more than anything else, although that does require us to not play 2 attacks to combo with Finisher on turn 1. Predator is also just like good though. Okay. Alright, as discussed, we are going to take the Finisher upgrade. Honestly, the Piercing Wail upgrade on turn 2, I think would actually, the 7 would matter. but finisher's got to be it. If we get an attack, we can play the attack and then liquid memories and play it again. So we could double predator here too. But we are getting the weak, so that's very nice. We could either predator liquid memories predator to draw 9 cards next turn, and finisher for extra damage. I mean, we're not getting better liquid memories value than predator anyway. And it pretty much guarantees piercing whale draw, right? It's like 9 out of 12, yeah. Whap. Dude, he's down to 170 before the music even starts. Piercing whale makes him do 0 damage, which is nice. So I'll take that. If we flying knee, we give up 2 damage from skewer, but we get an extra energy next turn, which maybe matters. I'm going to go with it doesn't matter and take the extra damage now. I guess it would have mattered. Yeah, because I would have gotten 10 extra damage this turn. So that was wrong. Yeah, Ninja Scroll and Bottle Flame, what the hell? So weird. I guess we're not having a perfect Hexaghost fight. Flying knee defend all out attack seems like a pretty clear choice here. Same thing here, not really a choice, we're just playing those cards. We can get rid of the survivor, or get rid of the burn. The burn is also the only thing that's hitting us, so we could just take 6 damage instead. Let's see. So we want to set him up for like dying to a skewer and a predator over 2 turns, which is 45 damage. But we have 3 turns worth of things to draw through. Yeah, I think I'll take 2. Develop 6 damage. Seems pretty important to kill him before he gets his 6th light up. Yikes, this turn hurts. We're only doing 6 damage too. And we're not killing him here either. We do have guaranteed lethal next turn. So next turn we have 25 damage, so we only have to do... well, we can't do any less than 12 here, so we have to skewer twice, so we'll defend and skewer twice. That's what the doctor ordered. Oh, I guess we had guaranteed neutralize too, huh? So we could have actually... no, we still had to skewer twice, though. Or skewer 4-2. Wraithform is usually a snap pick. We do have Skewer, and we're getting a lot of value out of it, so Malaise is nice, both because we're incentivized to pick energy things, and because we'll probably buy Chemical X if we see it. Also, Malaise is just great, so it's not like clearly obvious that Wraithform is just a better card than Malaise. Yeah, we could Phantom Killer in the last turn of a fight, so that in the next fight we have double damage on our crazy turn 1 combo. Also, this deck is pretty much the definition of front-loaded, so Wraithform, like, to protect you while you're setting up your combo is, like, not super necessary. So I think I'm going to grab Malaise. I do really like Wraithform, though. Wraithform does also just like give you the turn off, the turn after you play it, so you can just skewer for 40 potentially. But Malaise, you can subtract like 6 strength from the Book of Stabbing and then laugh at him. Neither one is getting played if we put it in the first hand, because we've got better stuff to do. And this deck is kind of lacking for ways to kill enemies after that turn 1. We kind of just like Flying Knee Skewer and hope that's enough. Although a lot of Act 1 silent decks have like barely even that much damage. So it's really nice that we have 2 sort of defensively oriented rares to pick from here. If you malaise for 3, then an enemy has basically weak for the rest of the fight and -3 strength for the rest of the fight. Whereas if you Wraith form, then for the next 3 turns you're invulnerable and then you're screwed. 3 turns is a long time though. Yeah, that's what I was saying about the sort of cross synergy with Skewer, because we want to pick other energy stuff to combo with Skewer. So Wraith form, so Malaise is a good combo with that. But like Wraith form, it costs 3, right? So like, it kind of has its own energy scaling because it's expensive. So if you have extra energy, then you can Wraith form and do stuff. Kind of torn. I think I'm going to pick Malaise, but I definitely could see arguments for either one. Kursky is the only energy relic here. We also have Darkstone Periap. Yeah, Wraith form is super hard to pass up. It's tough to click that button. I don't see any argument for this not being Kursky. Our turn 1 is already crazy, so maybe we don't need Ring of the Snake. But Ring of the Snake is like part of what makes our turn 1 crazy, so passing it up seems like a mistake. Black Star is like, it's better than Skip, but it's not much better than that. We are pretty good. I mean, so against like sentries, we probably can like kill one of them on, or sorry, against slavers, we can probably kill one on turn 1, which is a really nice property to have. We probably win the red mask fight really easily, but you don't get an extra relic from the red mask fight with Black Star. And Kursky also lets us get like an extra attack on turn 1. We picked Malaise, right? Like we want to get all the energy, and this is the only energy one. And we get to get some use out of Darkstone Periap, so. We also have Little Kitty. We have 200 gold, so we could go to a shop if it's like on the path we want to go anyway. Yeah, sure. I mean, sometimes you turn into a vampire and you don't need to remove cards. Removing a strike is not like a slam dunk. What am I looking for? Are we good at fighting elites? Are we not good at fighting elites? Malaise is great against Book of Stabbing. We probably kill a slaver on turn 1. We're great at killing gremlins, so yeah, I think we're pretty good at elites. Okay. Do we take the Mega Elite then? Since it seems like maybe we're going to be better at fighting Act 2 elites than Act 3 elites. Because that turn 1 combo thing, like it's good now, but it's not going to kill, Giant Head, If we go to Mega Elite, we do get to go to the early shop. We take a fire first. We only get 2 elites in the act, but that's kind of okay. I think 2 is actually the max anyway. Yeah, it is. So we get 2 elites, so we want one to be the Mega Elite. We get to rest before it. We have a little bit of max HP. I think we're going for it. I mean, we're not like adding curses intentionally, but we have to open a chest, right, to get the key at the very least. So it's not terrible that we get max HP when we do that. We want to play these shivs when they are removing plated armor, so we like double strike first, and then shiv 3 times, and then probably, or I guess we could Predator first. Predator removes a plated armor by itself. Yeah, so Predator, 3 shivs, Finisher, and then Piercing Whale. Maybe we use Weak Bot and Defend. Yeah, if it's true. If we'd taken the key in Act 1, we would not have this problem. But then we would never open a chest again, and chests have stuff inside them. Also, I love that emote. Oh, you're a Baylor Lord subscriber. Cool. Okay. We have to finish here. And then I guess we... Piercing Whale blocks for 1 extra. If we have Weak Pot, then Defend blocks for more. It kind of hurts to spend the Weak Pot on a random hallway fight, but he hits so hard. I don't regret it that much. It saves a lot of health. Alright, we can malaise him for 4 now. He's already weak, so we probably want a Survivor malaise instead. Yeah, I think I'm done with that. We can... Blocks don't do much because we're frail, so maybe we just neutralize Skewer for a bunch, or Skewer for a bunch and then neutralize to get the extra plated armor. That is lethal. Good point. There's a Well-Laid Plans. Well-Laid Plans is a good card. Well-Laid Plans helps us keep malaise around until the right turn, or like Flying Knee and then do an X-Cost thing at the right time. It also helps us keep Finisher around if we, like after the first cycle. Slice is kind of cool on the turn 1. I don't think we need to put more gas into the turn 1 fire. I think we're okay there. So I think Well-Laid Plans is pretty reasonable. I wish it still cost 0, because then I could play it with a malaise or something. We are pretty good at this fight. We probably want to knock down... We could probably knock down 2 guys. We probably want to knock down the buff guy, and then we want to like Flying Knee, Strike, Defend, Finisher for our mana. I guess that leaves out Well-Laid Plans, but I'm okay with that. We're knocking down 2 guys and taking 1. Do we Flying Knee on the guy who's down? I guess that's the best damage. So yeah, we'll knock somebody down with shivs and a strike. Then we'll Flying Knee on the guy who's down. And then Defend and use Finisher to knock down another one. Okay, all-out attack pretty much kills the 2 on the ground. I guess I'll double defend. Strike this one. All-out attack. Skewer knocks him down. And probably kills him. Oh, I guess not. We could malaise him for 4. It's kind of rude. Flechette's and Riddle with Holes both the strength scale, which seems like something we would be interested in doing. But we have no relics to enable us to do, and relics are the only way to do it with Silent, pretty much. I guess mutagens also, but probably want a second piercing whale. Piercing whale isn't actually great. We have like a ton of sources of weak. Wait, that's totally not true. We just have neutralize and malaise. It feels like we've got a lot of weak uptime, but it's just neutralize malaise. Piercing whale scales a little bit worse when somebody's weak because you're cutting out their sort of original HP, and then that gets multiplied down, rather than block, which blocks the value of the multiplication, or the result of the multiplication. That being said, piercing whale is still amazing. We are like over-indexing into the Book of Stabbing fight a little bit, because like piercing whale and malaise are both amazing in that fight. But whatever, that fight's hard. There's a strange spoon. It's really nice with going ghost. It's really good with piercing whale. It's good with malaise. We could also happy flower. Happy flower is also good with malaise. We could also artivore, also good with malaise. We're never triggering artivore on turn 1 because we've got other stuff to do on turn 1. That's true. Yeah, I think we're not picking strange spoon. It's a great point because Ninja Scroll makes it bad. We don't want to be drawing shivs later. Okay, so you're out. We don't get to trigger you on turn 1, which means we don't get energy on turn 2. And that's 2 turns in every fight when Artivore doesn't matter, which is sort of unfortunate. So I think we'd probably take Happy Flower over that. Secret Technique is pretty good. We could take a second Flying Knee. We probably want to save a little bit of money so that we can remove the inevitable curse that's coming from here. We might end up going to this shop if we are at low health after this Mega Elite, so that we can get the curse, remove it. And I do not like the sound of going to multiple shops in an act. We're full of potions. Blessing of the Forge is not great. We do a fairy in a bottle, so we're temporarily immune to death. I think Happy Flower is pretty good. Probably Happy Flower card remove, even though it doesn't quite leave us with enough to remove another card later. We do have Golden Idol, so basically if this is a fight, we will have enough to remove a card here. I think if it's not a fight, we're probably a little bit short. But it's not super predictable. That's exact. That's all of our gold. So that's a little bit concerning. We would have to literally find 100 gold in the next like 4 floors to remove a curse here. Yeah, it is nice to spend all the gold though, because that's makes me feel like I'm being very efficient. And I think this is the relic I want. So it's like, what else am I going to do with 75 gold? Well, I guess I'm going to do a card remove. Let's get one of these strikes out of here. Alright. All-out attack is pretty good here. All-out attack is a little bit scary because I want to all-out attack before finisher, but then I don't want all-out attack to hit finisher. So I think we just all-out attack first to minimize the chance of finisher. Okay, what was that? Defend, great. Okay, so then we're doing 3 shivs, a strike, a well-laid plans, and a finisher. That finisher is going to do, so we're doing 4 more attacks, so it's going to do 40 damage. So we'll put 1 shiv onto a 43 HP guy, and then everything else into the other 43 HP guy. And we will keep Piercing Whale because this is an AoE fight. Go ahead and neutralize, block out. Keep Piercing Whale again. We could, like piercing whale defend malaise on the big guy. Malaise is not good in this fight though, because they scale up really fast. It does help that to make them weak, but not by a ton. So we probably want to Predator Strike the front one, and then like Piercing Whale defend. Keep the malaise, I guess. Is this lethal? No. We'll probably block out as much as we can, play Flying Knee, and then skewer for lethal next turn. It's pretty easy to block out here, so. Even getting a little malaise. Blur plus. Oh, we don't have any deck scaling, but we need to find some way to block that's not just malaise and piercing whale. Those are great, don't get me wrong, but it would be really nice to actually block. Yeah, we really need like a footwork. We need scaling in both dimensions, right? We need scaling attack and scaling block. Our front-loaded damage has been pretty good for us so far, but that's going to start falling off in Act 3 pretty quickly. Like as soon as we fight like an Orb Guardian, we're going to be like, oh, we don't kill anything on turn 1. Yeah. We have energy and X stuff, so that's something. I think the boss is Champ. Maybe I've forgotten. No, it's Hyper Beam guy. Gosh. We don't like ever generate a ton of blocks, so I'm not like all in on Blur Plus. It is nice that it's upgraded. I think it's a little too late for Dash, and I don't want to pick Dodge and Roll until I have Footwork, because maybe this deck blocks with Wraith Form or something, and Dodge and Roll is like less good. You think? I don't know. Blur and Dodge and Roll basically block for the same amount, and I guess Blur has an upside of if you have extra block this turn, it gets saved too. So I think I'm on board for Blur is better than Dodge and Roll, but I think Skip might be better than both. Dang, 20 defects in a row is a lot. Yeah, it can be challenging to get out of those plateaus where it's like you're not sure if you're getting screwed over by randomness or if you're doing something wrong in terms of your play. I mean, obviously there's always room to improve as an optimal Slay the Spire player. There's pretty much no limit to how well you can play. I guess I will take Blur Plus. Hopefully at some point we find a way to make this good. It's not really good now, but we need something that says block on it. Snake Plant, my favorite. I'm tempted to just malaise him for 5 right now. He does have a big multi-attack, so I definitely don't think that's wrong. And I'll just get rid of the shivs, even though one of them does nothing. Two times 3, ha! Do I save the Piercing Whale? No, I'm not taking damage to save Piercing Whale. That's silly. One of these strikes is useless no matter what I do. I will save a Piercing Whale if it's free. Ooh, look at this sick Blur usage. Get to save all 8 health. If I neutralize after Skewer, it does nothing, but if I neutralize before Skewer, it does 1 damage. So I guess I'll take the 1 damage. Ha! Already blocked out. Take that, Snake Plant. I guess I'll finish her right now. Doesn't really do anything, but oh wait, I have lethal. Great. Power Potion's way better than Blessing of the Forge. Second copy of Finisher. It's not like we're gonna bottle it again, and the deck doesn't actually have any like Finisher synergy that isn't that turn one. So I don't think we take it. I don't think it's any good outside of turn one. We do draw extra cards on turn one, so it's possible we just get both. But I don't want to rely on that. I think we have enough front-loaded damage that we're not trying to pivot to a Deadly Poison deck right now. I think we just pass here. Wait for something that says, this is how you win against the heart. I think we upgrade Malaise. It's super good against what's he called? Book of Stabbing. And we're in pretty good shape on health. We would actually waste some of the health. I guess we would only waste one if we healed. Is it too greedy to take the upgrade? I think the upgrade probably saves more health than resting does. Even in this one fight, if it's Book of Stabbing. If it's like Strength Book of Stabbing, we need every bit of Malaise we can do. You really think Predator upgrade is good? Predator upgrade's only 5 damage. I mean, we do play it quite frequently, but I don't think that's really enough. I would rather rest than take 5 damage from that. Well-Laid Plants is quite a nice upgrade. I think I would do Well-Laid Plants before Predator. I might even do a Piercing Whale before Predator. All-Out Attack also gets 4 damage. It's not 5, but I think Malaise is top of the pile here. Alright, who is it? It is Strength Slavers. Alright, I said that I thought I could kill one on turn 1. I guess it's time to find out. I think we're not going to risk it with the All-Out Attack. All-Out Attack does do 30 damage, but if it throws away Finisher, we like lose on the spot. So I think the turn is probably Predator, Piercing Whale, all the Shivs, Finisher, and Defend. Pretty much the only thing that All-Out Attack can acceptably hit is one of these 2 Defends or the Ascender's Bane. Otherwise, we're in trouble. Definitely we're ending with, end with All-Out Attack. Yeah, I guess I can. It feels like a waste to miss out on the Finisher damage, but you're right. It's probably better than Defend. All that being said, we're going to Predator first. Or actually, we're going to Piercing Whale first. And then see what's in the power pot, because we're definitely using that. After Image, great. And Venom actually is pretty good too. We are playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks that are doing unblocked damage. And Finisher itself does a whole bunch. So, okay, so if we do all 3 Shivs, they're doing 4 damage apiece, that's 12. This does 15, that's 27. This will do, I guess it's only 4 attacks. Assuming we're not using the all attack, so 4 times 8 is 32. I totally lost track of my math. 12 plus 32 is 44, plus 15 is 59. So yeah, so we could kill any slaver. And then Envenom is essentially adding 8 damage. Or we could add 5 block. So I guess it's 6 block. So if we add 6 block, and we kill this guy, then we block out. That seems pretty good too. Okay, so if we Envenom, how do we do like perfect damage? So we're getting 8 damage from the Envenom. Finisher is doing 32, so he's at 20. It also applies 4 poisons, so he's at 16. So then Predator perfectly kills him. So then all the Shivs go in the front guy, Predator goes in the back guy, Finisher goes in the back guy. He's exactly lethal, and it develops 3 poison on front guy. We take 4 damage. Yeah, I think that's the correct play. I'm not sure what you're responding to exactly. 6'4" Ninja. I'm pretty sure I have lethal on him, and I want more poison on front guy, if possible. Yeah, perfect lethal. Very efficient. Alright, we can skewer to kill front guy. Skewer is currently doing sort of 8 times 4, so that's 32. Oh wait, that's actually not enough. 8 times 4, yeah, it is 32. So we'd be off by 1. That's no good. So I guess it's just how much do I want to block. Or we could Survivor double defend well-laid plans and keep the skewer for next turn when it is lethal. So we block for 18, take 9. Okay. Alright, and now we can neutralize on back guy to block, or middle guy. Yeah, I'm not sure that was right. This being exact lethal seems good, though. Taking another 9 is questionable. He is weak, so defend blocks for more than piercing well. Oh, turn 1 felt weird? Yeah, maybe there was a way to do it to get more poison on front guy. I'm not sure. So this malaise hits for 6, which would just remove his strength. I think we can actually just like flying knee, survivor defend blur. Actually, we can do that and a strike and keep malaise for next turn. We've yet to have flying knee and happy flower overlap, but that's something we need to start thinking about. I guess we can't do all those things because Survivor needs a card to discard. I guess I'll let it discard the defend. We could just malaise for 2 instead of keeping it. I think I like that, and I like keeping the weak up. We get to keep a little bit more armor this way too. I'll just keep whichever one stays. Take 1. Strike. Finisher is definitely lethal. Alright. Gremlin Horn. Choke feels like it fits into that turn 1 combo, but that turn 1 combo is not really how the deck works, so it's all a mirage. Gremlin Horn's pretty interesting because we're pretty reliably able to kill somebody on turn 1. Do we just take a deadly poison? I heard about your 5-card deck. It sounds pretty fun. I actually still don't have that achievement, the minimalist achievement. I don't really like achievement hunting, so I pretty much just ignore them. I don't know. Deadly Poison just doesn't feel like it's super necessary to be part of the deck. I really need to figure out like what we do after turn 1 though. Yeah, but I don't think Deadly Poison's it. If it was Catalyst, even then it'd be like, but I don't have any poison currently. So like, if I pick Deadly Poison, then later I could be like, okay, I can pick Catalyst, and now we have like some sort of a plan. But we don't have like Burst or anything either. Like there's so many cards to get there. Yeah, I don't like time pressure being introduced to games where it doesn't otherwise appear. So I am never going to get the speedrun achievement. I couldn't be bothered. So I think we're skipping here, although it might our lack of scaling damage may eventually kill this deck. But I'm not going to start with Deadly Poison. It looks like we're going to have enough money to get rid of the curse, but only if we take this fight. So let's take the fight and go to the shop to remove the curse. If we don't need to remove the curse, we can just go this way. Do we survive the fight? Yeah, we have Fairy in a bottle. All right. So we have Neutralize and Flying Knee. So we're doing a total of 6 attacks before Finisher. So Finisher is going to hit for 8 times 6, which is 48. So we need to do 6 damage to him, which is a strike, and the rest goes to Chosen. Maybe it was right to Malaise here instead. I guess I still can. I can Malaise for 2. Oh yeah, Malaise for 3. Sure, no point in blocking, so. That's so silly. I think that the low ascensions of Slay the Spire are really appealing, mostly in that they're like really great at teaching you how to play Slay the Spire. But I cannot play them myself. I find them sort of intolerably dull. It's like, okay, how do I finish this fight without losing any health? And I don't care. We can one-light plans and keep Skewer for when our weak wears off. That's never happening. And we're hexed, so we probably don't want to play too many non-attacks. Skewer does more damage than Strike, so we probably just like Blur, defend Skewer. Yeah. We get a shuffle next turn, so we're not too dazed to death. Definitely gonna strike. One-light plans is pretty good in this fight because you can keep something that isn't a daze. You really can't portal if the game time is less than 30 minutes? Oh my god, that's so funny. Do I defend to prevent 1 damage? I think no. I think I just pass. No, I'll well-laid plans and keep the defend. Just to make sure I don't take more later. We're always doing these 2. And then I think we're just going to Survivor. We're pretty close to killing him, so we could just defend to block for 2. Okay. We will keep it dazed. Oh wait, it goes away anyway. I don't understand why, if you have a if you have a burn in your hand, it'll do damage to you before the well-laid plans phase, and you don't get the option to keep it. But if you have a daze, you do get the option to keep it. It's like, why? You never would choose to. There's no point. Oh my god. Cunning Potion is so nuts on that crazy turn 1. Nope, none of these are the way to start. Huh. Why 13 minutes and 20 seconds? That's such a weird number. Alright, so we have to pick this because we need the key still. It's also a big one, so it's nice. What did we get? Doubt. Probably need to get rid of doubt. Horncleat's pretty good though. I think maybe we just take it and go to another one later. Yeah, I'm pretty fine with that. I do want to get rid of the doubt though. So I'll go here. We don't have any use for medical kit particularly. Caltrops is technically scaling damage against the heart. There's also a ghost in a jar here. Where's my footwork? There've been 0 footworks this whole run. I think we just get rid of the doubt and buy like backflip. Also, Torre is gone for this run, so no Torre tungsten rod shenanigans. We could take Flash of Steel. It's pretty good on that turn 1. We do there is also just like an upgraded finisher in the deck. So if we have a chance, we can still build around finisher if we get lots of card draw and stuff. Maybe that's the plan. Backflip kind of works with that too, but I think Flash of Steel works with it a little better. Flash of Steel feels awful against the heart though. I should be fighting this elite. I'm not sure. There's no more elites in the act, so I guess I have to save this Cunning Potion all the way to the Hyper Beam Man. Alright, let's go in Flash of Steel. Hopefully we'll find some strength scaling at some point. I think that's all we have. Alright, it's easy to knock a bird down. I think we're just going to knock the bird down with 4 shivs and a Flash of Steel, and then do the rest of the damage to Chosen. If Finisher was a Watcher card, it would end your turn. This seems like a pretty clear pick. Wow, I've never had over 100 energy. That's a bit much. you don't need that much energy. You went too far. We have 35 block, so I could just malaise for 6. Or for 5, rather. Or we could Predator all attack to kill the ground guy. And then, like, malaise for 1. I guess I'll out attacks first and see what happens. Okay. Guess we're not Predatoring. Malaise for 4 seems fine. Flying Knee Strike kills the bird, and then we can just defend the block. Man, Echo Form is such a good card. I love that card. We have 6 energy. We finally did it. We got Happy Flower and whatever. Got them together. Outmaneuver does that thing that I was just talking about. If we're gonna do, if we're gonna be rotating Skewer, then getting Happy Flower and Outmaneuver and Flying Knee to all line up on one glorious, what would that be, 8 energy turn, because we have 4 energy naturally, and then it would be +2s at 6. Yeah, it'd be 8 energy turn. Hit somebody for 80. It's energy scaling. It is scaling. We're doing something. And if we upgrade it, it does 3. I mean, it also works with like trying to draw a bunch and finisher people. It's like you have a big burst turn. It works with melees. It's not good, but I think I'll take it. We're avoiding the shop here. We only have 16 money. Alright, can we kill him on turn 1? We have Skewer too. But I guess Skewer and Finisher don't actually work well together. So we have Neutralize, Strike, and 3 shivs, so this will hit for 40. The 3 shivs are 12, so that's 52, 56, 62. So no, it's not lethal. We could obviously make it lethal with Cunning Potion, but that's a waste. Yeah, no, I'm saving the Shiv Potion for the Hyper Beam guy. Okay, so I guess we just pump it all into the Centurion, and then probably melees the Centurion also. Oh wait, we have lethal with Skewer here. Okay. Melees for 2 or all-out attack. She does strength scale, theoretically. I think if we want to take 0 damage in the fight, melees is probably correct. That's true. Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to trigger it in that situation, but you are right. They do work together, theoretically. Ooh, outmaneuver Predator is spicy. We're already blocked out too, thanks to Horn Cleat. Okay, I'll outmaneuver Predator. Sure. We could Flying Knee too, get another extra energy next turn. I like it. Oof, Happy Flower's triggering too. This is our 8 energy turn. Of course, we have nothing to do with it. So, we're just like super jittery, had our coffee. Freezing Whale blocks for slightly more. We have Blur Piercing Whale to block. I guess we could like... Yeah, Predator is good enough damage. I'm happy with Blur Piercing Whale, even though we don't save basically any attack. I'll keep the Strike. I think we have Finisher coming up, so Strike might be lethal. Might be part of a lethal turn, rather. Yeah, there's Finisher. But we can just go with Skewer. Whap. We're setting up Happy Flower for next fight. Look at that. Infinite Blades? No, surely not. Deadly Poison Plus? I was refusing all the Deadly Poisons. Deadly Poison Plus is a different card. No, I think we have a plan now. We need to pick like backflips. We need to like card draw. And this is not that. Infinite Blades kind of does the thing. But Infinite Blades is such a crap card. Oh. We're forced into a shop. Oh, it was my footwork! Why? Alright. Mint Chuck. You distract him by trying to buy the rug. I'll take the footwork. Didn't work. Well-laid plan seems like a good upgrade. Outmaneuver is a much better card if it's upgraded. It's still not like a good card, but what does the Flash of Steel upgrade do? Just 6 damage? No, thank you. I think I'll take the Outmaneuver upgrade. We really just need to save the 1 card for well-laid plans until like the perfect moment, and that's like Skewer or Finisher. So I think I'm okay not upgrading that. And we'll grab Outmaneuver. We can get to 8, not 100, but 8. 8's a number. Okay, so we're doing the thing this turn. Alright, here's the deal. I'm going to all-out attack, and if it hits finisher, I'm going to abandon the run. No, I don't think that's necessary. Actually, it kind of is. I mean, it has to hit something, right? And almost everything it can hit is an attack. The only good outcomes are defense. I don't want to abandon the run, though. Seems like sour grapes. I guess our average damage is probably higher if we don't all-out attack, just because so much damage is in that one finisher, because we're shift botting this turn. So with shift cunning potion, we're doing 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 attacks, or 10 if we have the stomach to all-out attack. So that's 80 damage from finisher alone, and then the shivs. These ones do 12. These ones do 18. So that's 30. 30 plus 80 is 110, 114, 120, 135. 135 is a pretty good start. If we all-out attack and it hits one of these two defense specifically, then we get 18 additional damage, but we have a 1 in 10 chance of losing 80 damage. And 1 in 10 chance of losing 80 damage, I guess, is only 8 on average. So you do actually gain expected damage. Well, no. So you have let's see. You have a 2 in 10 chance of adding 18 damage, which is the best case scenario. You have a 1 in 10 chance of adding 3 damage, because it's 3 damage more than Predator. Oh wait, no, it's 5 damage less than Predator, so you'd lose 5 damage. I was thinking about the total damage from Finisher plus all-out attack, but Predator also gets the additional damage from Finisher. And then you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 10 chance of getting plus 4 damage. So 5 out of 10 of plus 4. Here, we are going to do the math. We're going to... okay. So we've got 0.5 times... we'll just group the strikes in with the shivs. Times 4. Okay, so that's an expected value of 2. And then the expected value from Predator is 0.5, because we're losing 5 damage a tenth of the time, so we're up to 1.5. The expected value from the defense is 2 out of 10, so it's 0.2 times 18. So it's a positive value of 3.6, so 2.5 plus 3.6 is 4.1. And then the 1 out of 10 chance of minus 80. So yeah, it is actually negative, because it's 4.6 minus 8. Okay, all right, we figured it out. We're not playing all-out attack. And we're not going to forget about the shift bot either. Okay. I mean, we are playing all-out attack, but we're playing it afterwards. Okay. We're taking 24 damage. We're already blocked for 14. Malaise doesn't do anything to Bronze Automaton right now. We need to wait a little bit. We need to wait until 2 more shuffles of Neutralize. Or we need to, excuse me, find another target for Malaise. It does do the strength first, so the big prize is we wait for 2 more shuffles. If we just need the weak, we can do it after the next shuffle. So we're probably... I guess we could blur to save some of the Horncleat armor. Blur defend blocks for a lot, and then we can skewer somebody. I know that the Orbeez have a bunch of rules about what card they take, and that they take higher rarity cards. But does that mean that Flash and Steel and Well-Laid Plans have equal chance of being taken, or does Flash of Steel take precedence because it's also a neutral card? Neutral cards are sort of implicitly much rarer than standard cards. I don't know how it works. So So we're definitely doing this and this. And then I think we're skewering. We just have to figure out who is getting the 20 damage. You're going to get one of two cards that I don't really care about. Well-laid plans would be nice. Oh, I guess I can also use Piercing Wail to remove artifact charges. And then you're attacking. So you might grab Malaise after the shuffle, which I do care about. So I'll go ahead and target this orb. Maybe we should just be targeting the automaton and just trying to burn him down and ignore the orbs. Because we would have to put over 100 damage into the orbs to kill them. And he's only at 183. Okay, so he took well-laid plans, so he's not guaranteed to take Flash of Steel. Something today I learned. Well, we kind of need that well-laid plans to do the outmaneuver combo thing. I think I will Piercing Wail just to get artifact charges. It seems like kind of a waste, but we have a bunch of Piercing Wails, and we need to get those artifact charges off so we can land a Malaise. Let's Flash of Steel first, see what we get. We have Flying Knee and Outmaneuver this turn. Hopefully one of the two cards from after the shuffle will be an X cost. But I think that's all we can do is hope. So he is an on-demand Piercing Wail now. 9 energy turn. Ooh, we got Malaise, but it's too early. We could apply 9 weak to him. He'd pretty much be weak for the rest of the fight, but... Darn. Piercing Wail is a common too. He could have taken this this outmaneuver instead of the Piercing Wail, and if he had, we'd be able to Piercing Wail and then Malaise for 1,000,000. It's a really big random event there. Well, I don't think we're blowing Malaise on a non-automaton target. I think we're pretty much all in on this energy manipulation thing. So we definitely outmaneuver so that we can get Skewer next turn. And we want that Piercing Wail back so we can get his last armor off. And we'll do that to block, but we're taking a bunch of damage. Cool. My god, this deck is so terrible. I apologize, Twitch chat. This is painful to watch. Alright, so Fairy in a Bottle saves us here. We can Flash of Steel first, see if we draw a cool card. All attack plus Predator kills this guy. And then we could strike on this guy, I guess. Oh, I shouldn't have striked. I should have Piercing Wailed as soon as it comes up. I guess we have Neutralized next turn, so we don't need Piercing Wail for that. Oh, I forgot about the energy. Okay, I will Piercing Wail. Getting rid of that artifact charge is really important. Making him weak for his multi-attack turn is pretty good too. Okay, so we will apply the weak, and then I guess play all the attacks, and finisher. It's not a bad finisher for just like an off-the-cuff turn. So we can Malaise for 6 here. He still has 6 strength. Does he only attack for 3? Oh no, he's weak. Okay. So he attacks for like... let's see, it must be 20 right now. So he normally attacks for 8 times 2, but he's got 12 strength. So if I Malaise him for 6, He will have 6 strength left. He'll be attacking for 12 times 2, which will get reduced down to 9 times 2, and we will die. I guess the max block is Survivor, Defend, Malaise. Actually, does Defend block for more than 1 Malaise? It does. So we'll definitely Survivor. Now if we Malaise him, do we survive? So we'd Malaise him for 5. He would go down to 7 strength. So if he's at 7 strength, he'd attack for 15 times 2 normally, and then that gets reduced to 11 times 2. So he attacks for 22, and we die. Okay, well I haven't done the math for Defend Malaise, but that's kind of our last option, so we'll just do it and see if it works. Ooh, we survive at 1! Okay, we have Outmaneuver Predator, so maybe we're setting up for lethal next turn. We have Skewer next turn. We also have Happy Flower. We are not going to Flash of Steel here, because it has a 1 in 3 chance of drawing Skewer. Is that right? There's no way Skewer is lethal, though. He has 140 health. Like, even with Outmaneuver, it's, like, not close. It does 80 damage, which is nice. But we're going to have to find some more. So we're going to Flash of Steel. And we missed it, so there we go. Alright, so this is the max damage we can do. We're going to be off by 35, but that's not like a ton. Oh, he has 24 armor. Can we survive 30 damage? We can block for 16. No, we can't block for that much. Skewer does more than Predator and more than Strike, so there's no more damage than Skewer, so we're dead. Pretty weird deck. Almost made it work a little bit. Yeah, Trip would be nice. Trip on turn 1, do the crazy thing. Darn. Yeah, it felt like we were close to turning it around. Didn't quite make it. We needed some footwork and a backflip. That was really all we needed. Max HP 7. Oh, Terror, yeah. I mean, Trip works too. Trip is just too vulnerable, but Terror is pretty nice. I hate trading out for a Boss Relic on Defect, so I'm not doing that. Transforming 2 cards, transforming any cards is not really generally something I do before the first Elite. I don't know why Niao offers you so many transform options. I pretty much never take them. So I guess we're taking Max HP plus 7. Everything else has been eliminated. We could take 2 shops in a row. That seems terrible. Maybe we take this route here. Question marks, 3 fights, fire, elite, fire. We get to take 3 elites if we want them. The alternate path for that is not super fun because it's 2 fights and no fires. But I think that's the best we're getting with this act. We will break this one. Still takes 2 attacks to kill him. I think I'll take 2 damage to break both. Alright. Turn 1, their floor 1 Sweeping Beam I like quite a bit. There's quite a few AoE fights in Act 1, and Sweeping Beam was good at them. I need to switch Cold Snap to using the beta art, because the beta art's adorable. That's the meta. All the cool streamers have Cold Snap on beta art. I've seen it. Well, now that Cold Snap has beta art, I'm way more attracted to it over Sweeping Beam. Just look at how cute he is. He's got 3 hats. It's ridiculous. Sweeping Beam is really good at the sentry fight. It's also pretty good at Gremlin Knob. Your hand tends to have too many skills in it during the Gremlin Knob fight, so Sweeping Beam helps you find your attacks. Cold Snap is also good in the Gremlin fight because it's an attack that blocks, which is pretty convenient. Cold Snap is also good at sentries because you can build up like 6 block per turn, and it's not a disaster when you don't draw any defensive cards. It seems like I should just have a table of like, here is the pick order of floor 1 cards, but then the Niao Benefits kind of randomizes that, so the value of it is somewhat lower. Also, then I would have to like go and build the table. It's just a lot of work. And I'd have to like consult the table later, and if I ever disobey the table, I would have to like explain why. I think I'll take Sweeping Beam because it commits me a little bit less to doing Frost Orb things. Generally, you want to do Frost Orb things, so it's not like I object to being committed to Frost Orbs, but I like Cool Headed better than Cold Snap. So I'll take Sweeping Beam. Face Trader. We're quite far from the first chest, and we have to like fight an elite before that. So if we get the bad face that eats your next relic, that like doesn't matter until this fight, basically. We also are not about to run into a store, so the gold probably doesn't matter in the act. Okay, yeah, let's roll the dice. Ah, shoot. And then we run into an instant shop. Oh god, the pain. There's a Corsairs, but we can't afford it. I think I'm on Team Rip and Tear here. Actually, Flash of Steel is pretty good. It's really good with like All for One. It doesn't do very much damage. Rip and Tear does way more damage. If you get Naloth's face, are you more likely to encounter like Hungry Naloth later? I feel like you should be, so that you can give him back his face. What a disaster. Charge battery's good. The problem with Rip and Tear is it doesn't use all my money very effectively. And Flash of Steel does a better job of that. Sweeping Beam also wants to draw me things that cost 0. I've already taken 1 card that says draw on it, so taking another card that says draw on it seems good. Flash of Steel is kind of bad against the heart, obviously, but so is Rip and Tear. Rip and Tear does better strength scaling, but honestly Flash of Steel is pretty good at strength scaling too. They both sort of do an extra like attack per energy. I think I'm going to take Flash of Steel. Flash of Steel is better with Kunai and Shuriken, slightly, because you can use Flash of Steel and then draw another attack card, whereas Rip and Tear is kind of 2 attack cards in 1. Obviously we don't have Kunai or Shuriken, but maybe we'll get it. Maybe Naloth's Hungry Face will eat it from us while we watch in terror. Zap Strike. Sure. Let's see what we get. Always dual casting. Don't have lethal, so we'll defend. Probably have lethal here. Okay, next fight. Charge battery is interesting. Charge battery makes a lot of sense with card drawing stuff, energy manipulation. Steam barrier also costs 0. We don't really have All for One yet, though, so I think I'm more excited about charging my battery than steaming my barriers. Sweeping Beam, Strike, Flash of Steel is pretty good. We'll charge Battery to block. Strike, I think double defend. I think we're trying to take no damage in the fight. Oops, I forgot about the extra energy. It won't happen again. Wow. It cost me 7 health. I'm going to restart the fight. It's too much. I'm not paying that. Okay, Sweeping Beam was first, and then Flash of Steel, Strike, Charge Battery. Okay, double strike, double defend here. Thanks, Charge Battery. You are the real hero. There's a Claw. We have zero cost stuff, we have card draw stuff. Ball Lightning is also quite good. I generally like taking Ball Lightning a lot more than taking Claw. But if we've taken Flash of Steel and Sweeping Beam, it seems like we're kind of a Claw deck. More than we are a Lightning Orb deck. Who's our boss? It's Automaton. We cannot afford to be taking Claws. What am I doing? Why did I pick Flash of Steel against Automaton? What was I doing? Okay, Ball Lightning is good. We can afford an upgrade here. I think we want an upgrade on probably Flash of Steel. It gets 3 extra damage. Pretty good, much gets played every time. Sweeping Beam also gets 3 extra damage and also pretty much gets played every time. And it's AoE, so I guess I'll do Sweeping Beam. Boo, not sentries. We can either wake him up with Ball Lightning, Dual Cast Strike now, which is a pretty good wake up, or we can wait on Zap. If we wait on Zap, we still might get a good wake up with like Sweeping Beam, Double Strike, Flash of Steel. It's a little bit less likely though. We can also make him vulnerable for the Ball Lightning Strike. We could just Ball Lightning Double Strike too, and keep the orb around. Kind of depends on how long we expect the fight to go. But if he's vulnerable, like, hopefully not long, right? I think this is probably the best wake up we're gonna get. We're definitely doing these two. I'll definitely strike instead of dual cast if he's vulnerable, because dual cast is 16 damage, but strike is 9, and this orb is 3. So it's already 12. It would only take like 2 turns to pay off. Let's Sweeping Beam, see what we can find. Pretty happy with Zap Defend. I guess I'll drink the Colorless Potion and see if we have anything else we can do. I guess I'll take the Madness. No, Discovery is probably better, right? Because Madness randomly chooses either Strike or Defend to make 0. Discovery lets me choose 3 random cards, which are probably better than Strike and Defend. Interesting. Loop probably outscales Compile Driver over the long term. So let's like Loop. Of course, Twitch chat loves gambling. Such a degenerate group of individuals. I need to restart the fight. I totally thought that was his debuff turn, and so I just skipped a bunch of block. My bad. Need to pay better attention. Okay, so this was our wake up turn. I'm going to repeat the way I did it, even though there maybe was a better option. So if I'd done it on the first turn, I could take Sadistic Nature and get the 3 damage. It's not very good, though. Oh shoot, these options are different. What did I... Okay, whatever. Well, I guess making him weak is pretty good. I apologize for the accidental cheating. I was not intending to save scum those options. I'm not sure why they're different. Maybe I played the cards in a different order. Um, dual cast versus strike. I'm going to choose strike for the same reason as before. He's still vulnerable, so. Ooh, go for the eyes misses this turn. No weak. Okay, good fight, except for the accidental cheating. Ugh, oh my god. Really? That's some pretty rough relic luck. That is no bueno. Rebound is okay with Flash of Steel and Sweeping Beam. Rebound is actually pretty good with specifically Flash of Steel, because you can rebound something and then Flash of Steel to draw it for free. Probably the right answer here is Loop, though. Loop is really good. It's also uncommon, so we're less likely to see extra copies of it. I think we can afford a Smith. We're also missing our next relic, so we need to get a little bit of power before we fight the next elite. We're probably strong enough to fight a fire elite, but and we do get an extra fire. Sorry, a mega elite is what I've agreed to call it on this channel, in addition to sparkly and elite, and many other descriptions. You know what? I think getting a mega elite for an extra fire is probably worth it, because this line is kind of hard. This like elite, 2 fights, and then another elite and another fight. So I think I'll take the mega elite instead, because it gives me an extra fire. Eat something bad. Oh, it's just empty. I thought you got to see him eat it. I almost never take the face trader event. Oh god. Well, at least we get zap turn 1. We have duplication potion. I guess best case scenario is we sweeping beam, find dual cast, play zap, and then duplication potion dual cast to do a bunch of damage. Oh, you know what? We probably want a duplication potion on loop. I guess let's sweeping beam and see what we get. Yeah, loop would be great. I think I'll take it on zap though, just because zap is in my hand turn 1. So it's loop, ball lightning, and a strike, I think. Pretty good pace we're setting. Not a good turn here. Let's see, is this lethal? 16 plus 6? No. 16 plus 12 is, though. So we can dual cast and charge battery to try to block. And just only take this turn damage. Or we could just take the 9. We could double block this turn, take 18 damage, and I think get guaranteed lethal. We only have to find 9 damage. Yeah, we can't miss 9 damage here. Okay, so we just block as much as we can. We did mean slightly more than 9 damage because of the metallicize, but we way overdid it. Bronze scales is really nice, especially against automaton. I think it's between Equilibrium and Leap. It's really nice to have a way to block. I think Equilibrium probably edges it out. It also lets us like hold Flash of Steel if we want to. It works nicely with Charge Battery too, both because it's expensive and because you can play in your next turn a little bit. Alright, we need to rest here. I think it's Equilibrium Streak. Probably Charge Battery take 2. So Charge Battery Loop. I guess Zap probably does more damage than Strike. We have lethal. Cool-headed, that's the source of orbs that I was looking for. Yeah, I mean, if we're taking loop, we should take cool-headed too, right? Those go together real well, especially against the automaton. We also have some zero-cost stuff, so cool-headed's good at drawing that. I say we have zero-cost stuff, but really we just have a flash of steel, which hardly even counts because it replaces itself when you draw it. But whatever. I was assuming we were taking this next elite. It looks like we're fine for it. It can be Gremlin Knob again. The Mega Elite does not remove it from the pool. And this one was Lagavulin, so it's either Gremlin Knob or Sentries. Did they change it? Didn't we already fight Lagavulin? I think next turn is the wake up turn, probably get 4 energy. Can somebody in chat help me out? Did they change it, or was I wrong about how Mega Elites interact? I guess I want to develop Loop Plus, so I'll wake him up next turn. We could also get a Frost Orb down, which I don't hate. Maybe nobody in chat knows either. I quite like Flash, Ball Lightning, Strike Loop to wake up. I guess we'll see what we draw. Yeah, okay. It's not a lot of damage for a wake up, but we do get to develop Loop Plus. We're definitely defending. Zap does 8 damage and Strike does 6, so I guess we'll zap. Also, moving the Frost Orb forward can help us block later. If we dual cast now, though, we lose out on the loop next turn. I guess we can Ball Lightning and then dual cast, so that we block for 10 right now, and then we still get the loop hits the lightning while he's asleep. I think I like that. And then I guess we'll defend. Try to limit the damage a little bit. It seems like we're setting a pretty good pace, so I'm not too worried about getting killed while... yeah, we've got him. Yeah, apparently they do remove from pool, because according to my memory, I just fought Lagavulin twice in a row, which can't happen. Maybe this wasn't Lagavulin? We'll take a second cool-headed. I think I will. I think I'll take a cool-headed over a cold snap. We're about to fight automaton, so cold snap is a bit of a bitter pill. We'll target the one who's more of a threat. And then I guess Equilibrium Strike. We have lethal with triple strike on the back one, which I think is the best way to block here. It does mean we kind of are forced to kill him next turn, which we'll likely be able to do with 9 damage from lightning orbs and then strike, sweeping beam, zap. Double cool-headed, those also do damage. Yeah. Ooh, Core Surge. That's exciting. Well, we can find Bias Cog, and then that's a deck. A couple of cool-headeds. I like it. We might be able to get away with a Smith here. Seems a bit risky. We can make him vulnerable, so we have a good chance of breaking him. I wish this gave 2 artifact charges. That'd be nice. I think we can afford an upgrade, but we don't have an upgrade that's actually good. We'd probably take a cool head upgrade and we just don't need that badly. Maybe Cool Head upgrade is good enough. Alright, I think we'll go for it. Alright, we definitely are using the vulnerable pot. Because the hardest part of this fight is usually like getting the initial break. So we need to really focus on making sure that happens. We could miss Core Surge here. We didn't. Alright, here's Core Surge, and he's still vulnerable, so we're probably going to do Core Surge, Ball Lightning, Loop. I'm pretty sure this breaks him. Yeah, so we need to do Ball Lightning first, so that he doesn't break with the first attack, so that Core Surge can be a little bit more efficient. I think that math was wrong, but it didn't matter. I guess we're taking 10 here. We'll set up Frost Orb to get looped for next turn. Excuse me, 8, not 10. If we Equilibrium, we block out. So let's do that. And we could defend Flash of Steel. I don't see any downside to doing that. We just get to retain whatever's on top of the deck. Okay. We can't do 50 damage right now, I don't think. Most damage is Ball Lightning, Double Strike, which does 19 plus 9 is 28, yeah. Oh wait, I guess Ball Lightning, Strike, Dual Cast does slightly more, but it's still clearly not enough. So we have to block for enough that we survive. If we triple block, we block out, and we keep the Frost Orb in loop position. Alternately, we could Dual Cast and Defend, which also blocks out. Or actually, we take 1, and then that would free us up to Ball Lightning to get in some needed damage. Yeah, I think I like that. It puts the Lightning Orb in the loop position. Thanks, Bronze Scales. So Cool-Headed seems nice. We're going to break him this turn no matter what. So I guess I'll just let Cool-Headed do it. Do I want to Flash of Steel or no? I think no. I'd rather draw the Equilibrium than get rid of it right now. So I will Zap so that the Frost Orb is in loop position. All right. We could like double defend Ball Lightning, which I think blocks for enough. But it blocks for slightly less next turn. Next turn is the turn we're actually concerned about dying. I guess we have guaranteed double defend next turn, which does block out. And we need damage too. Okay. So yeah, so if we double defend, that blocks out. We can't fit in a strike, but that's okay. Cool-Headed evokes the Frost Orb and draws a little bit, so let's try that. If we do the other Cool-Headed, we might draw past the Equilibrium. We're currently blocking for 11, so if we charge Battery, we're not far off. But I guess I'd rather Cool-Headed and charge Battery and just block out. This is kind of weird because it puts the Lightning Orb in the loop position, but that's okay. We'll probably break him this turn. Let's flash a steel first and see what's happening. We can play all the strikes, so we get 25 damage plus 8 plus 3. So 25 plus 11 is 36. So yeah, that does break him. I was trying to be a little bit tactical about breaking him probably with ball lightning. Great. Okay, and we should win this fight as long as we're able to block out here. Equilibrium is way more block than we need, but then we get to keep Cool-Headed Defend in hand. I guess I'll Cool-Headed first. Okay, I'll just retain the other Cool-Headed. We can block with Cool-Headed Zap Dual Cast. Is that more than we need? That's like 15. Yeah, it is more than we need. If we just Dual Cast, this blocks for 10, so we're blocked out. So we could like Dual Cast Defend or Charge Battery Sweep Beam. That seems fine. And then Ball Lightning kills him. Cool. Alright, we took the upgrade and survived. That's nice. Electrodynamics tends to be pretty good in Act 2. We don't have any focus or orb slots, so it's a little bit concerning to go totally nuts into orb generation. But Electrodynamics is a super good card. Reboot is also super good. Reboot is way worse if we pick Snecko Eye, though, and we're about to have the best opportunity in the whole run to pick Snecko Eye. Obviously, it's a little bit disappointing that none of these are Bias Cognition, because we have Core Surge. But Core Surge is fine on its own, too. It's just, it's not the best thing. So I think Electrodynamics is probably the clear pick. Need to find some focus, maybe find some orb slots. We are not great at elite hunting, given that we have terrible relics. We basically only have one combat relevant relic, which is Bronze Scales, which is not actually good for almost any Act 2 elites. It like technically does damage against Book of Stabbing, but he's going to stab you to death before he stabs himself to death, so it doesn't scale. Take Curse Key again. We do the classic Curse Key Darkstone Parap combination that 6-4 Ninja is so crazy about. We took an expensive card in Electrodynamics, and we have a bunch of draw, so we should probably take one of these. We have a Lonely Artifact Ancient Potion, so I don't want to take Sozu. So I think it's down to either Curse Key or Slaver's Collar. It does not. You have to actually get the curse for Darkstone Parap to work, which is part of the reason it's so terrible. It like doesn't even combo with Elamori. Oh, sorry. If you remove the curse, yes, it gives you the max HP when you get the curse, and doesn't do anything when you remove a curse. So I think it's probably Slaver's Collar. We have Electrodynamics to help us solve hallway fights. And also it's pretty good at Act 2 elite fights, at least the ones that aren't Book of Stabbing. So I guess we take this. Alright, it would be good to find a shop. We don't have a ton of money, but we do have the Courier. Plenty of early shops, so we can kind of take our pick. It would be nice to go to one of these too, because then we only have one easy fight, which can be Thief and Mugger, and then we get to escape with our money. We also like just really need some help because this run's not going great. It looks like we're getting 2 elites in the run, one early, one really late. We actually can't even avoid the late elite. The late elites are all forced. So we probably want to take this fire path so that we're ready. Which means nothing, because all of these paths go that way eventually. So we can pretty much pick whichever path we want early on. And I think I would like the three fights question mark shop, because this question mark could still be serpent. I think serpent is an any act event. I'm actually not sure. Serpent is only act 1. There are still common events that you would want to hit before the shop. Like there's an act 2 event called the Joust, which you'd want to go to before the shop. There's actually not a ton of them though. Yeah, pretty much the Joust is the only one where you would want to get money. I guess the Nest, if you want to take the money instead of the Ritual Dagger, which I think this deck would probably do. Weird. I guess we have a chance to set up Loop. We'll see what Sweeping Beam does first. I think I prefer Loop Strike over Cool-Headed. We'll have another turn to set up Frost Orbs before he's heading for 22. Or we could just block, I guess. The Core Surge really helped us out there. It avoided the Frail, which we really needed. Charge batteries for sure. I think Electrodynamics, just developing the 2 Lightning Orbs, is pretty good. Let's Flash the Seal, see what we get. Same thing with Cool-Headed. Oh, I guess we have Lethal. Okay, there's Capacitor. That seems great. We're trying to scale up our orb slots, so that's how you do it. I would like to have a Cold Orb. Ooh, we get to get rid of Hex here. Corsair's putting in a lot of non-bias cognition work here. Showing his range. We're already blocking for 9. I'll leave the Frost Orb, or the Lightning Orb in front. I can afford both Electrodynamics and Equilibrium, which is nice. That also puts the Frost Orb in front, which I think I prefer now. We're only blocking for 15, so we're taking 3. I think that's okay. So we can Capacitor Cool-Headed to keep the other Frost Orb in front. We really need to find some focus now that we have Capacitor. If we Capacitor Cool-Headed, we need to defend also. So we're blocking for 4 currently, we'd be blocking for 8. So even if we defended, we'd still take 5. Maybe we just Cool-Headed first to evoke the orb intentionally. That blocks for 11. Let's see what we got. Nothing. Alright, I think I like Capacitor Defense. Let's Flash of Steel. Yeah, we have Lethal. Cool. Interesting. I think these are all bad. I could see an argument for Go for the Eyes, but I don't think I would be the one making the argument. It's good against Book of Stabbing for sure. Electrodynamics is great here, as is loop, but we kind of have to make a choice about how much damage we want to take. So I think I'll charge battery instead of loop, but that hurts. It hurts me on the inside. Okay, so 9 damage is happening to both, so I can strike him to death, and then like equilibrium defend. Blocking for 12 and taking. He's going to be hitting for 10 times 2 after we're vulnerable. So we'll end up taking 8. It's a lot of damage. I guess let's see what Flash of Steel gets first. Cool-headed. Okay, well, Cool-headed blocks for a little bit more than. Oh wait, we have to strike. So I guess we Cool-headed over defend. Doesn't seem quite right. I guess I'll just save Cool-headed. Oh no, Cool-headed. We could have Cool-headed instead of striking. Here, I'm going to go back and do that. We can Cool-headed instead of striking because he evokes a lightning orb, and the lightning orb hits both. So Cool-headed evokes this lightning orb, which does 8, and then we do 6 more. That's actually only 14 though. So I guess we would still have to strike. Okay, fine, maybe I did it right. Alright, now we need to block for more than we can. Getting a little dangerous. Defend leaves us alive, but barely. If this question mark doesn't do any damage and we get a big power up with this shot, maybe we survive with the rest here. Currently blocking for 5 and surviving at 1. It seems like it would be nice to survive at more than 1, but I think it would also be nice to kill him. If we can rotate the Frost Orb around to the front, we might have a little bit more luck blocking. We never developed Loop though, so maybe that doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll just Core Surge to block the next vulnerable. Not that vulnerable matters because we're at 1. Cool-headed draws cards, but we don't know what they are because it's shuffle. Guess let's find out. Let's Sweeping Beam to draw a card. Actually, no, because I want to draw a card that develops an orb, so that I can develop that orb and then dual cast the Frost Orb. So I need to draw with Flash of Steel, even though it doesn't break the armor. Okay, so we have to. Oh, we're dead. Charge battery plus 4 block is 11. We take 1 and die. Okay, I guess let's see what Sweeping Beam gets us, because maybe somehow it blocks for more. It does not. Does some damage though. Alright, well, no wins today. I had a good time. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. Let me find somebody for you guys to raid. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. Man, Terrence was streaming before I even started. He's great. Very similar sort of setup where he's trying to play mostly optimally. So I'll send you guys over there and see how you like it. I'll be streaming about the same time tomorrow, so 8 to noon West Coast time. I'll see you then. Until then, charge!